In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a scatter plot on the TI-84, and then the TI-84 will actually draw a line for you, a line of best fit, and I'm going to show you how to then take that line and actually make the equation from that line. Now, the first thing you have to have is data points. So I have a bunch of XY coordinate pairs here that we're going to enter into the calculator. All right, the first thing I want you to do on the calculator is go to y equals. By the way, guys, I'm going to be making a paper that has all these steps on it for you. So you can just watch here if you want to write down what I've done, or if you want to try to follow along using the calculator and just push pause each time. That's a great idea. Just keep pushing pause and do what I'm doing on the calculator. In any case, okay, so you go to y equals, and I want to make sure that all of the equations are exited out of there. So if you have an equation in there, just push clear to make sure it's gone. All right, the very first thing that you have to do is go to the plot section where they're going to actually enter your plot. So you push second and then stat. And up will come a screen that says stat plots. Now, one is already blinking. I want you to push enter to make sure that the on button is blinking. If it is, then you're fine. Okay, but if it's not, if it's on off, you've got to switch it back over here. You see how off is now blinking? Make sure you go over there to that and make sure you push enter just to make sure. Okay. The next thing you do is you go to this button. It says stat. See that right there? Stat. Push that. And then number one is already not blinking, but it's already on number one, so you just push that. And up is going to come, these are called the lists. You're going to put the X and the Y's. I've already put in the X's. This is the Y. I want to show you how to do it. You'll see that list 2 down here is blinking. Well, it's not blinking, but so I'm going to put in a 2. And then I'll push, but see the 2 is here. It's not up here yet, is it? But after you push enter, then it goes up there. See that? All right, then I'm going to say 4, enter. There goes 4. 5, enter. 10, enter. 12, enter. 15, enter. 20, enter. And 28, enter. And I think that's it. Okay, so now I have all my points entered. All right, now I'm going to push graph. Well, now you'll notice that there are some points here, but not all of them. All right? So we want to see all the points. So this is what you do next. You push this button right here that says zoom. All right, push that. Then either you go down with your cursor to number 9, or you just hit number 9. And it comes up and it shows you all the points. Okay? So now you have all your points. By the way, if you actually go on trace, it will tell you what each one of those numbers is. X is 1, 2. Here's 1, 2, and so forth. So it would actually tell you what they are. All right, the next thing I want you to do now, because the next thing is we want to find where does the line of best fit go, okay? So you're going to push stat again. Now you're going to go over here to calculate. So take your arrow over to calculate, and you want to go down to number 4, where it's like a linear regression. It says AX plus B. Now I'm going to write this down. AX plus B. Okay? Have you ever heard of Y equals MX plus B? The y-intercept, the slope. Now listen, they're calling A the same as M. All right, so just so you know. All right, so we're going to go down to number 4, or we just push number 4, either way. Now, here it says, well, I can't read what it says. Anyway, line or something. We're going to go all the way down here to calculate. I want you to go all the way down with your this gray arrow until calculate is blinking, okay? Then you're going to push enter. You're going to wait a minute. Now, it says y equals ax plus b. Then it says a equals 3.5 and b equals negative 3.75. All right? Now, next thing you do, you go to y. Y equals. Now we're going to enter this information in y equals mx plus b. All right, so the number that goes in front of the x is 3.5. So I'm going to go 3.5x. And then the b is negative 3.75. So minus 3.75. And then I'm going to graph it. Now there's my line of best fit. And the equation is y equals 3.5x minus 3.75. Now, I want to show you something. If I go to window here, because I can't really see this, I want to see where that, isn't the intercept supposed to be on negative 3.75? So right now, we're not seeing a lot of the x negatives, and we're not seeing a lot of the y negatives. So I'm going to go to that window. I want to have my x minimum. I want my x minimum to be, I don't know, negative 8. I'll just say whatever. Let's go down to the x maximum. The x maximum is fine the way it is. The y minimum right now, I want it to go down because it's negative 3.75. Let's have it go down to negative 8. Okay? Now let's graph it and see what happens. All right, now do you see what I'm saying? Now you can see where that line goes through. The y-intercept, it goes through at negative 3.75. Oh my, once you kids learn how to do this, it's so easy. You don't have to do this plotting by hand, really, and drawing the line. This calculator will do it for you. Thank you, Mr. Calculator.